Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Edpuzzle here. Today I want to show you all about Edpuzzle's new quiz feature that can be gamified and can use AI teacher assist to better differentiate for your students. Okay, so let's look at a quiz that I have for 5th grade math on ordering decimals. You'll see that it's asking students in all these multiple choice questions to order decimals, and the decimals are in the thousandths place in some situations. So what I can do is I can bring this into Edpuzzle. I'm going to go ahead and hit Add New. I'll go ahead and hit Quiz. I'll have 3 main options here. One is I can generate questions off of a PDF, like any text. It doesn't even need to have questions in it. The Teacher Assist will generate questions. I can import from an existing quiz, or I could manually type my questions. I'm going to import questions and choose my file. You'll notice that I can upload max 2 pages. There is a way around this. You can make your text small, but I'm also going to tell you another way. So I'm going to just import 2 pages to start with. If I would like to import those other pages, I can go ahead and hit Edit, Add Question, Import Questions. I'll select my file again, and then I'll import the page that I hadn't imported yet. Okay, so now I see all of my questions are there. I'm going ahead and hit Finish. So let's say I want to differentiate this quiz for maybe some of my special education students or some students who are struggling a little bit with this objective. I can hit Teacher Assist, and I'm going to choose Adapt Level to Beginner. So you'll notice in this first question that instead of having students compare decimals up to, the thousandths place, we are instead going to see that students are really only ordering to the tenths place. And in general, that is pretty consistent throughout. So what this did is it made a copy of your original quiz. So I can see where this is saved just when I go to my content, and I could see my quizzes if I'd like. Let me go to the quiz I initially imported. Going back to my original quiz, I can also do this on a question by question basis where I can change this with Teacher Assist. So I can just make it easier, make it harder, rephrase the question. So let's say I want to make this question easier. And I could keep doing that to make it easier. And keep doing that. If I want to gamify my quiz, all I need to do is toggle on this points value. I can add time limits, which will provide my students a timer, in which case they have to answer the question by. And I can toggle on points, which would allow for a leaderboard where students are seeing where they're in at a leaderboard after every question, if it's live, or at the end of the session, if it's self-paced. And I can go ahead and gamify whichever questions I would like to gamify. The reason that this is question by question is you might have some questions that you want to have longer time limits for. You might not want to gamify it a certain question because it's maybe just a question you haven't spent a lot of time reviewing. And once you're done with, gamifying your questions, you can go ahead and hit Finish, and you can assign it to your class. You will maybe want to turn on that leaderboard. Maybe you're turning off the time limit if you're not going to have a time limit. And then you can go ahead and hit Assign. You can share the assignment with your students in your LMS and make it be self-paced, or you could do it live with your students, where students are going to see the questions up on your screen and they'll answer them on the devices while you're getting some live feedback.